Harris Potter was Harry's long-lost evil twin, born with a talent for mischief that even Fred and George would envy. From a young age, Harris realised that while Harry was off saving the world, he could be making a lot of trouble. Using his uncanny ability to charm and manipulate, Harris waltzed his way into becoming one of the most powerful wizards in the world. He didn't need dark magic, just a well-timed compliment and a stack of gold galleons. He befriended the right people, charmed the wrong ones, and soon became the Minister of Magic without once casting a curse. During a grand speech as he declared himself the true saviour of the wizarding world, someone in the crowd shouted, "Wait, aren't you Harry's brother?" Harris paused, gave a sly grin, and replied, "Yes, but who needs a destiny when you can just buy it?" The crowd cheered. Harris winked. With the crowd's cheers echoing in his ears, Harris knew he had woven himself into the very fabric of wizarding history. But deep down, the thrill of power came with a nagging question: how far could he push it before things spiraled out of control? Rumours began to swirl, whispers of magic gone awry and the fear that Harris might not be the saviour he claimed to be. In a moment of desperation, he decided to prove his power once and for all, vowing to create a spectacle that no one would forget. With a flick of his wand and a chant echoing through the hall, he conjured a dazzling array of magic, eager to impress and dominate. But as the spell reached its crescendo, something unexpected happened, and Harris felt an alarming shift in the energy around him. What began as a dazzling display spiraled into chaos, and before he could react, the crowd began transforming before his eyes. Gasps turned into croaks as Harris realized he had accidentally turned his audience into a sea of frogs, his bold plan unraveling into an absurd nightmare. Desperation gripped him as he struggled to recall the counterspell, realizing that he must take responsibility for his reckless ambition. With a deep breath, he gathered his thoughts, promising himself that he would not let this blunder define him. As the incantation flowed from his lips, a wave of energy swept through the hall, signaling the beginning of his redemption. One by one, the transformed wizards returned to their original selves, finding humour in the absurdity of what had just occurred. In that moment, laughter replaced fear, and Harris realised that sometimes embracing the unexpected could weave the strongest bonds. No longer just a power-hungry wizard, Harris found himself woven into the hearts of those he had nearly inadvertently turned into frogs. Determined to make amends, Harris vowed to use his magic for good, recognising that true power lay not in control but in connection.